Good morning from Ko Tao. We are in southern Thailand on one of the most famous islands in the country. It's known for amazing snorkeling, world-class scuba diving. It's a budget-friendly destination. It's also known as Murder Island, but I will let you check that out on your own. Now, I think one of the most dangerous things about being here is actually that you never want to leave. And you actually see people who have come here for maybe a week or so they thought, and now they're here 5 years later. And those who come and have to return home, they often come 5, 10, 15 times. It's really that common because it's so beautiful here. Here you can refill your drinking water for 3 baht for a liter. At our hotel, actually, you can do it for 5. There we go. All right. Is it cold? Oh, and it's cold too. It's as easy as that. Now, if you're coming to Koh Tao, it's a very small island. It's actually really easy to get around by motorbike. Everything is very close. I was actually surprised at how close all the beaches were that we wanted to go to. That said, if you're not experienced on a bike, it might not be the right island for you to try it. I've heard that going to some of the beaches, the roads are a little bit rocky. Sometimes they're not even full roads. The other thing is, if you do get into an accident, it's not covered by travel insurance if you do not have an international motorcycle license. Alan has an international motorcycle driver's license and is an experienced driver. So I'm happy to sit on the back. So this is 200 a day for 24 hours, and then also we have to drop off our passport, and then they use that just as collateral. We made it to Wong Beach, and wow, it is already beautiful. We're not even down by the beach. Very lush here. It just looks gorgeous. Now it says you can walk here 33 minutes, but you have to walk up the mountain then back down. Even by bike, it felt steep to me, but definitely worth it. 6-minute drive. This island is so small. All right, so I can see why Hin Wong is one of the most popular beaches in Koh Tao, and that's because Hin Wong Bay has some of the best snorkeling. We can already see lots of people out there, but also the beach itself is such a vibe. Now, Sairee Beach, which we've spent some time on, it has a lot of beach clubs and is a little bit more crowded, but this is a small cove. The sand isn't actually that nice, it's pebbles, but there are a couple of small little beach bars where you can get a drink. They'll let you sit in one of their chairs and just hang out. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, so unfortunately, when we decided to go snorkeling, that's when the sun decided to leave. So it got really cloudy. I have to say though, there were tons of fish just as we were walking in all around us. So this is known as the best spot for snorkeling, and I can see why. The visibility wasn't great for us just because the sun isn't out. This beach is beautiful, and you can really see in the drone footage that when the sun is on it, it's just such an emerald green, and the water is so clear. But not while we were snorkeling, but still really fun. I highly recommend it. We could stay all day here, but we want to check out one other place. It's called Freedom Beach. So that's where we're headed next. This is absolutely a tough beach to leave, but we have heard that Freedom Beach is pretty spectacular. Also, there's a hiking point that is supposed to give a really great view. And when I say hiking point, I mean it's only 15 minutes. Perfect amount of hiking for me. 17 minutes later, we're just on the outskirts of Freedom Beach. And what was most interesting about driving there was that we went through a number of villages that I looked into staying at, but I just didn't know enough about Koh Tao to pick a neighborhood. But going through those villages, I would say still lots of tourists, but older tourists. So I think Sairee Beach is mostly 20-year-old wants to party, whereas I'm twice their age and I don't want to party. I want to have a good time, but not that kind of party. So I think next time I would definitely look at one of the neighborhoods further north because they looked beautiful. Still a lot of restaurants and amenities, but just a little bit more chill. This is a bit more developed than I expected, but I think 50 as an entrance fee for parking, a sunbed, also washrooms is totally reasonable. It also means that there's upkeep to the beach, there should be no garbage, all of that kind of stuff. It'll have a very different vibe, but people still really love this beach. Up here. No, we're going to the viewpoint first. They say it's 15 minutes to the top. Let's see if they're lying. I mean, I guess it depends on how long it takes you, but I didn't expect it to be paved like this at all. Alan and I have been talking about how we need to get back in shape because even doing hikes like this, 15 minutes, I'm out of breath. He will probably pretend he's not, but I know he is. But he wants to do Muay Thai on the next island. I don't know what I'll do, but if he's doing that, I gotta find something to do because I'm already out of breath 3 minutes in. Okay, it's definitely taking us longer than 15 minutes, but it's only because I keep holding us up, but I have a good reason. Look at this view. This is, maybe we're halfway. This is what it looks like here. It is gorgeous. It looks like there's a little beach there. I don't know how you get down. Oh, it's beautiful. And you can see, well, there's some people snorkeling there, but you can also see people are, it looks like diving. This must be a popular dive spot as well. Womp womp, we didn't make it to the top. So we got it probably 90% of the way because the path was done. There were just a bunch of rocks, but we couldn't figure out which side to tackle, how to get up there, what was the easiest way. And so we were looking around, completely stumped. And Alan was worried because I'm wearing flip-flops that do not have great grip. But then also I put my drone up to see if we could see the path. Could not see a path up, but I did see the view. The view looks fantastic, but we missed it with our own eyes. And then this is a resort, so you can actually stay here. Freedom Beach, completely different from the last beach, but also fantastic. So what I do like about it is all of these beautiful trees. It's completely shaded, so you can be very close to the water, but still be covered. 50 baht to get in, and I think it's absolutely fine. It was great. We got these chairs. You do not have to buy anything, but there is a bar here and then also a restaurant. We just got some drinks, some pineapple juice, because that last little hike, it doesn't seem like a lot, but to walk so far and not get to the top it felt slightly defeating. Anyway, I think we're going to just hang out here for the rest of the day. And initially I wanted this video to be all in one day, but we only got to 2 beaches and there's still 2 more that we want to visit. So I'm going to chill out and then we will start this again tomorrow, where we will be at a new beach that is also supposed to be fantastic. The sand here by the water is very fine. Not completely fine white sand, but definitely softer than we've had before. We've eaten at a number of restaurants in Sairee Beach, and I have to say we keep coming back to the pork bag restaurant. It's a Thai restaurant. It's not too spicy because there are lots of foreigners here. I've had the curries here. In the first few days, I had a lot of the tofu dishes, but I have to say, once I tried the morning glory with crispy pork and a fried egg, I knew that was my breakfast. This is so, so good. I have to say, their tofu dishes here are great as well, but I was kind of taking a break from coffee, a little bit of a break from meat, and then I had this, and wow. It's so good. You also get greens first thing in the morning. This is the way to start breakfast. Alan, on the flip side, likes to have a little bit of a Western breakfast, and so he's been having avocado toast every day with 2 poached eggs. Again, $1.20. They have kind of a little bit of everything, and everything we've had here has been really good. So we're done breakfast and ready to go to the beach, but I want to share 2 things that were so interesting. One, I tried this directly and I got a punch in the face of a food memory from 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I traveled Southeast Asia, backpacked as cheap as possible, and I got a train from Bangkok to the Cambodian border. It was the cheapest on wooden benches, and there was this local vendor who came through, and she was just selling rice with a fried egg in this like sachet, this plastic baggie of sauce, just like this. And I didn't know what it was, but that was one of the best breakfasts I've ever had. And so when I tried this directly, I was like, oh my God, that is it. Now, over the years, I have been asking people, what do you think that was? She did tell me what was in this. Fish sauce, lemon, salt, sugar, chili. So you get salty, sweet, sour, like tons of umami from that fish sauce. This is so, so good. I am telling you, I need to know what the official name of this is so that I can find the recipe, because it is delicious on everything. This is another example of a road that I don't think beginner scooter drivers should be on. You have to go very steep up and then very steep down. So we've made it to Sai Nuan Beach. Now I've heard that there are 2 parts of this beach, 1 and 2. 1 is free, there should be some beach bars here, and then 2 is actually private land. And apparently you're supposed to pay 100 baht to go there, but it's much more beautiful, but it's a private beach, there's nothing on it. But also, people have said there's nobody around, so nobody actually comes to collect the money. I don't know how you get to part 2, but it looks like either walk, maybe swim. We might have to ask. Yeah, this is definitely part 1, much more developed. So right here, you've got a beach bar. It looks fantastic. And then there's another one up there. I've heard this is one of the locals' favorite beaches. Oh, and you've got this little cove that you can swim in, which looks fantastic. Not a lot of shade on this side. So we're just arriving here. I think this shows the diversity. We've only been to 3 beaches now, 4, and each one is so different. This one is definitely smaller, but no music, very chill. It's nice. And hopefully, I'm in the dark here, but Alan has found the other side of Sai Nuan. It's low tide right now. As you can see, look, all the garbage that the water brings in. Just so sad. I think we've made it to Sai Nuan 2. We walked through an abandoned resort and then we came here. There's some music playing, so definitely someone is here to collect money, because we ran into this lovely couple that said they paid 100 baht and then they used one of the loungers, and they said not only is what we walked through abandoned, but if you keep going down, it's also abandoned, and it's because of 2020. So a lot of places around here didn't make it, but they said there are 2 turtles here. So we might go check that out. And it is beautiful here. Other than them, and they're leaving, we're the only ones here. So we're gonna go talk to the restaurant. Before they ask us to pay, we're actually just gonna pay. So many places have been hurting that we're just going to ask if they want us to give them 100 baht. Maybe we're suckers for that, but we do want to help. Is this Sai Nuan?
No, it's
too?
Sai Thong.
Sai Thong.
Yeah, that's Sai Nuan, Sai Thong.
This is actually a really good story. So it says, my boss wanted to sell the place. I really like this story, but we're gonna get something. Ooh, is the lime soda Schweppes? Oh yeah, we like that. What are you gonna have? I don't think you can carry two. Can you? All right, full service, thank you. So this is actually not Sai Nuan 2, it's Sai Thong. And I think it has a really interesting story here in that when you come up, we decided just to go and pay because as we were going through one of the resorts that was closed and we heard from the couple that there were 2 others that were closed, didn't make it through COVID, it just feels like if you're going to enjoy a beach and there's a business here, 100 is not a lot to ask. Yeah. And there was a little sign. So they said to us, you know, you can use the facilities. They have these little cabanas and lots of other things just to buy a drink and you can stay. But there was a sign there and it said, why do I have to pay 100 baht? And it said, hi, my name is Leo. So apparently the owner of this, Leo is local. The owner of this decided that he wanted to sell to a private investor. And Leo was worried that that would close off the access to this beach, that this would then become kind of like another private beach resort that locals and other people could not enjoy. And it's so beautiful here. So he said, if I can make 100,000 baht a month to pay my boss, then he's not going to turn it into a resort. He won't sell it. And so that 100 baht is not just an entry fee, it goes towards food and drink. So we got 2 coconuts, which are each 100 baht, which is probably the most expensive we've ever paid for a coconut, even more than in Perhentian Islands, but well worth it. Because in Perhentian Islands, we didn't get anything, but here we can sit here for the day. I like it here. What beach so far is your favorite?
Huh?
What beach so far is your favorite?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
This beach right here?
Yeah.
This is nice, I like it. I think it's because there's nobody here. That's why we like it. Snorkeling was a bust again. We got new masks from the hotel, but I don't know if for some reason, I don't know how to put on a mask anymore, but it's not working, and the same for Alan. It's just getting in, and once water gets into my eyes, it's done. Because in Koh Tao, the water is very salty, and so it just stings. I think tonight we might try to go see if we can buy 1 mask and have it for us, because tomorrow we're going to Koh Phangan and then we're going to Koh Samui, and then after that we're going to back to Indonesia, but to a spot where there will be lots of opportunity to snorkel as well. But we're not huge snorkel people. I mean, if we can see some things, that's great, but we also just love swimming. So I did swim out because I heard that there were some turtles in the deeper section with that first couple that came, and so the water here is so clear you can see to the bottom. So I was kind of just looking down to see, I saw there's a fish, could I see any turtles? I don't think I saw any, but I did take the GoPro out, but I think it might have been futile. The turtles are probably gone. It was 3 hours ago that people saw it, but we also just love swimming here. I mean, I still think for us this is the best beach we've been on so far. No music, and I think so far this is peak period. It's rush hour here and there are 7 other people. It's really, really lovely. Well, I'm sad to say we're leaving, but we do want to keep going because we're going to go to Sairee Beach for sunset, and it is gorgeous there. We've been there before. I will say this though, it looks like all those rocks that we walked over before, we didn't need to. There is a straight path between the two beaches, very easy to get to. I really like what the beach is doing. I love the idea that a local came up with a plan to keep it an open beach. It didn't become private, and 100 baht for a drink and all of that, definitely worth it. That's so far my favorite beach, and Alan said the same. But yeah, I need to hurry up because Alan's ahead and we need to go. This is a nice beach though too. The only thing is there's just no shade. So that's what that gives you, is so much shade, but it is beautiful here. The place that we like to go is actually just right across from Ko Tao Divers. It's just a little bit more chill. And if we're lucky, there are some trees with shade. We might have to look for better shade. And if you want, there's a hammock right here. I don't know where it belongs to. This is a beach club right here that I think is very popular at sunset. Maybe not tonight. There's only a couple, but we've seen a lot of people before. And then for some reason, there's like a noose here and then another swing. And here we are at Sairee Beach. We're actually at the south end of it, which I think is fantastic because there are lots of trees, you can get some shade. This beach is 2 kilometers long, and I would say it has a little bit of everything. So there are lots of beach clubs, very swanky places to stay at. It has rustic places, it has basically anything you want, but we like it down here because it's quiet. So you'll find a lot of locals actually stop here towards the end of the day to have a swim, lots of kids around. It's really quite nice. But this is considered one of the best beaches in Ko Tao. I would say it's good because it's close. It's soft sand for sure, and it's a really nice water. The color, not quite the same as what you get in the other beaches, but we still like coming to it for sunset. It's beautiful. All right, so 2 days exploring Ko Tao beaches. I have to say, I really liked Ko Tao. I think it's definitely worth getting a motorcycle as soon as you can so that you can go to the different beaches. What was your favorite part of the last 2 days? Or of Ko Tao, I guess, altogether?
The drink and the street burger, maybe.
Oh yeah, we didn't show, but they've got street burgers here that are really good. Also some good drinks. They have this Schweppes lime drink, which is like lime Sprite, if you remember that. I don't know if they make it anymore, but it was fantastic. Which one was your favorite beach?
The Sairee Beach in here.
This is your favorite beach out of all the beaches?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not the one we went to this afternoon?
It's too far away.
It's 11 minutes away. So
If you have a bike, if no, yeah.
yeah. So I would say most people have bikes here, or you can also take taxis. You can get on the back of trucks. There's also a snorkeling tour. There's also different beach tours. So there's a lot of different ways to get around to the beach, but I would say the most cost effective is to actually just take a bike for 200 a day. Although I think if you go and you stay in a different neighborhood, the bikes are less expensive. The laundry is less expensive. I think everything is less expensive. But I have loved it. Personally, my favorite beach was the one we went to earlier today. I loved the thought behind it, like just trying to keep everything local, and I thought that 100 baht was very fair. You get a drink, and we got a really nice place to stay. And there was nobody there. Second runner-up for me would be the first beach that we went to, Wong, just because I liked the vibe there. Freedom Beach was good, but not quite the same. Not quite the same vibe. I think at one point it used to be very low-key, but now it's a little bit more built up. And it's probably one of the biggest up-and-coming beaches just because those trees are so beautiful.
Yeah.
What was your second favorite beach?
Freedom Beach.
Freedom Beach! Oh my God, we don't have the same taste in beaches at all.
Join my Patreon community for more behind the scenes and exclusive content you won't find elsewhere. You can also find me on Instagram, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All of these things make my day. Thank you so much for your support.